What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. We got Wow Saturday hair. It's all over the place. You know, it just is what it is. But look, I just had to do this one quick because I was laughing earlier. And I got to tell you, you can either stunt like you know everything, or you can get the information and take action. That's just plain and simple. You'll be surprised how many times I get comments where people are like, yeah, whatever, you're this, you're that, sending hateful mail, calling me fat, doing all kind of crazy stuff. Then days later, I see them in the next video, the video after that, 3 or 4 other videos, old videos, commenting, hey man, you really know your stuff. Yo, what, you psycho, yo, you psycho. Either you hate somebody or you love them, but you to be watching all their videos, it's a little psycho, bro, it's a little psycho. So anyway, my point here is if I don't know something, I go buy the information and I go take action. Point blank. I love when I do videos where I'm explaining step by step to y'all because they get the lowest views. I know only a few people will take action. I did a video the other day talking about adult coloring books, buying stuff off Alibaba, like showing you step by step how to do something. And I knew I'd have low attendance. I knew people wouldn't care. And the reason why is because it actually means you have to take action. There's no quick bolt. There's no like skipping ahead of the line. There's no me just throwing it at you and you're going to skip ahead of all these steps and not do work. Now, prime example, why is this video called from gig economy to full-time business owner? A lot of times when we start, we have a full-time job, we love our job, and we want something more. When I moved to Austin, Texas, I had closed the business. I moved to Austin, Texas. I worked as an apartment front desk girl to office assistant manager to manager. And I was doing billing, and I was seeing how much money was being made by business owners, by painting companies, construction companies, how much money they were making off of the painting industry, of the apartment industry. And in the afternoons, I would do Papa John's delivery. I'd do other gigs. I'd do other just hustling to make money. And along the way, I started documenting my information. I started showing stuff. I started trying to really put that information out there for you guys. And what was exciting was I was getting sales, I was writing books and getting the things done. What people don't realize, in order to have from hustle mode to full-time business mode, it has to be something that doesn't require your attention. It doesn't require your presence. And what happens is tax liens. I started investing more of my money into tax liens. I put together the tax lien course and started selling it to you guys. Same thing happens when it comes from not just tax liens, but when I started writing the books and selling the books. Didn't need my full-time attention. Now, the other day, Hood Estates were showing where they were saying you could buy a semi-truck and basically lease it out, right? Essentially. And I've been talking about that. I've been talking about how my uncle started a small trucking company, but there's still things I didn't know. And I don't bother him because he has a very busy week. And I don't think he has the kind of teacher spirit where he would sit you down and explain everything and teach it to you. He just doesn't have that. So I said, you know what? There's some things I don't know. So when I saw their post, I said, yeah, I'm going to snap that up and buy it. Not only am I going to buy it, I'm going to go to the class and then I'm going to implement it. So that means buying a truck. And a lot of times buying the truck and not driving it myself, letting someone else drive it, because that's a business. A hustle is when you're in the truck, you're driving, you're picking up the deliveries, you got to make the money. Now, there's nothing wrong if you need to make the money. If you're like, Erica, I need to make the money. Cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Do that. But when does your business mode go from hustle to full-time business? When it doesn't need your attention. And so many of you guys, I think I've done maybe 450 or 475, maybe almost 500 now, credit repair in the office. And what I see is a lot of people with $20,000 credit cards, and they could have done anything. They could have bought a truck. They could have bought a rental. They could have did a lot of things. And that's why mindset's so important. Mindset's so important because a lot of you can change your future just by 10 grand, having 10 grand to put down on the and that's where good credit comes in. That's where getting your money right comes in. That's where getting your credit comes right. Many of you get your credit and you just ignore it. Don't follow that strategy. The strategy you should follow is I'm going to tackle it. I'm going to see what I can get off my credit. I'm going to see what strong lines of credit I can start rebuilding and sitting in the garden so that I can have a better opportunity next go around. But a lot of you, if you just get the income up, so many opportunities that will come your way that you won't need the credit. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of you make really high income earning jobs. Many of you are making $80,000 who watch this channel. You'd be surprised the phone calls I get. And what you have to start doing is stacking that cash. How do you stack it? Grab a Smartphone Millionaire book. Go put some of that money away in different bonds, different assets, different CDs, different things that are going to make you income. Grab the book, 16% Solution. You know, while you're sitting on your money, trying to stack your money for a year, or stack your money for 2 years, boom, there you go. You got the money next year to put into a project, to put into a house opportunity. And one of the simplest ways, when I tell you guys, hey, if you just go over there and buy you a house in USDA zones, then you can come back closer into the city next year. You know, when people just ignore that. They don't want a no money down house, no closing costs. Well, I want to be in the city. I want to be close to work. I want to be close to my friends. You move an apartment every single year for 8 years, and you could have did that with a home. You could have did that with 2-3 homes by now. And that's why you have people missing out. That's why you have people getting their first home being a $500,000 home. They don't get a starter home because they just want to get to the finish line. And that's a part of thinking you know everything. That's a part of thinking, well, I know what's best. I've already studied this, Erica. I already read 609 letters. I already did this and that. Well, if you already did it, why are the results not there? Pretending to know everything will really damage your opportunities. I'd much rather sit there and go, you know, I may not know something. I may be missing a part of the information. I may have not all the answers. And so that's why I said right now, I just sat down and I was talking with someone on the phone. I was saying, dude, credit repair, you know, buying homes in a group, which is group investing, Tide Capital, other opportunities. Number 3, trucking company. I was like, put that in the notes. Own a truck, not even drive it. Number 4, note buying. Been doing that for years. Number 5, notary. I got my notary to take care and handle business in Texas. Number 6, painting company. Painting company is really number 1. But anyway, painting company. Running a service business without being in the service, without being there, painting using the paintbrush. Number 7, writing books and courses. I don't know how much more I can try to break it down to y'all that in order to have full-time businesses, you have to have things that pay you when you're not even there. That pay you when you're not even holding this paintbrush. Pay you when you're not right there physically at the computer. And a lot of times people want to flip that money. And I love Dame Dash, I really do. But a lot of times what you don't understand is your flip is going to be a little bit slower than you think. Your flipping may be $25 flips into some extra coins. $100 flips into some extra coins. It's not till you get that 5K stack or that 10K stack at one time that you really get to go. And when I talk to people, I'll go, well, you could get a higher value house, like maybe $100,000 house, put $20,000 down, and your renters may pay you $1,000, $1,200 a month. The look on people's faces like, nah, man, I'm looking to take this 20 and turn it into $200,000. And I look at them and go, 20 into a $100,000 house, you halfway there. You know, take the rental income you get this year, don't spend it, put that money up and buy another house next year. You know, a lot of people think they're gonna take 10 grand and turn it into 100,000, or take 10 grand and turn it to $1 million. And you can, but it's not gonna be in one flip. It's going to be in a series of flips. And the strongest thing you can do for yourself is own a business. I'm not saying leave your job. I've never on this channel told you to leave your job. Work your job until it is interfering with your business, to the point where you're like, yo, I got a $3,000 painting job today. If that's your thing, if you paint, and I got to start this job today and I can't be at my job, or I've got contracts backed up for weeks. I got to get on these contracts. And a lot of people overlook the simple stuff because they want to slam dunk on number 1. They want to be like, well, Erica, I'll take Andre's notary course if it'll give me 20 grand a month. I'll take it and I'll start doing it. Oh, Erica, I'll start a YouTube channel if it's making me 15 grand a month. Oh, Erica, I'll change careers or invest in real estate if it's making me 10 grand off the back a month. And I'm like, yo, like, whoa, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, you have to really check yourself, because I think people are having these like drunk expectations, and I don't know where they come from, but it's like, it's crazy to me. You'll be online, you'll be bashing me, but yet you'll come back a month later and pay for a consulting call. You'll be bashing me, but yet watch 10 more of my videos and leave positive comments on my 10 other videos, like I can't see in the comments that you left a negative comment the first video. That's crazy to me. And knowing it all damages you. It damages your opportunity to get to people, right? I remember one time there was this guy I really wanted to get to know, and he was like, you acted like you knew it all. I missed out on an opportunity to talk to a guy who knew how to start this house flipping business because he thought I was coming off a certain way. Now look, I can't change my personality per se, but when you're interacting with people and you say, you know what, that's interesting, I didn't know that, that doesn't hurt you to say you don't know something. And we live in a society where if you don't know something, it's like you're a loser, you're a failure. And that's why you have all these people running around YouTube watching all these videos because they want to know something, but they're not taking action. And I can tell you right now, I've met several construction guys and house flippers who are, just saying this respectfully, dumb as a box of rocks, but they knew, you know how to make the money? I take action. I just keep calling. I keep knocking doors. I keep getting the calls. I keep closing the deal. You know, people are overthinking this and going, well, Erica, I've been to college and I've got master's degrees and I got a doctorate. And I go, and you're broke. So what you telling me all that for? You know, get the information and take the next step. But we live in an economy right now where there's so much opportunity. There's one of the shirts that someone's, I remember someone saying, you know, they really like the whole Wakanda thing, but they were scared to kind of copyright, which I'm like, I feel you. But I look on Facebook and every single day, I'm going to put it in the post when I do the blog today, where there's a ton of Wakanda-like shirts where it's not the exact thing. It's like a mimic of it, right? It's a mimic of it. And then they're like doing something funny. One was kicking Donald Trump. One was saying there will be no challenge today, holding Donald Trump up. There's all these shirts that were very funny. And you know what? They're making a ton of money. There's some Avenger-like shirts. There's some other stuff out there. I even bought one today. I saw that thing in my timeline. I was like, click it, buy. That's good. I'll buy it. You know what I mean? Because what happens is the people who are taking action are the people who are winning. And there's something I see a lot in the comments that cracks me up, or in a lot of other people's videos. Oh, I can't wait for the economy to crash. I'm going to be buying everything. I'm going to be doing all this. You will not be buying everything. You know why? You don't know anybody. Let's keep it 100. You don't know anybody. And what do I mean by you don't know anybody? What I mean is a lot of times when I would go see a commercial building or a piece of real estate that had pending sign, I'm like, well, dang, it just went on the market. It was somebody knowing somebody. It was somebody on somebody else's email list. People, Jay Morrison Academy, I'll even recommend that, but I think you should truly, honestly join the real estate mastermind I'm part of. And the links will always be below, but it's an elite mastermind because it's going to be 3 months and it's going to be you interacting with people who are doing it, who are every day doing it, wholesaling, flipping, buying homes. Even the group is set up so that you can call each other and interact with each other and see if you can purchase in the future. This is a group of people that are going to be doing it. This is not for people who are like, I'm thinking about it. I watched a bunch of videos on it. I don't got any money and I don't have any credit and I really don't think I'm going to take much action. This is a group of people who are going to be taking action. That's why I joined it. That's why I'm writing about it. That's why I'm talking about it. I think you should join things where people are actually going to be taking action. And I don't have any. I'm going to contact Dre on that later this week, Thomas Jackson. I don't have any at all, honestly, because I'm not in the loop like that. I'm not a part of their board. I'm not a part of anybody I know. I just know when you go through the FCC and you try to go through the government a certain way to get things approved, it takes a long time and it can steal your momentum. Hence why a lot of people are in investment groups, smaller investment groups, such as Todd Capital, such as, I mean, we could do 100 different groups. I could talk about a lot of fine online, but the key here is getting actually started, putting your money up. You know, I love Dame Dash because what he said was the truth. Now, I'm never on the drug tip. That stuff bothers me when people talk about selling drugs. I'm like, what are you, a caveman? What are you, a Neanderthal? Like, that's old 80s bullshit. You don't have to do that. You can go freaking DoorDash and take your $1,000 you just made this week and go put it into your business. And go buy your Facebook ads and go do your other stuff. You don't have to do that. People love giving that fake staga, that fake thug story when they live with their grandma and their grandma's well off. I hate that crap. I hate it. But again, you know, how do you get passive income? How do you get stacks? How do you go from hustling to full-time business owner? That's why I talk about a lot in the video, having process and procedures. What do you do 1 through 10? When you get up today, what are the 10 things you're going to do today to bring your business money? That's why some of these people that are flipping houses they're not just like hustlers, they're actual businesses. and they can invest in a lot of other things than you can because they have a business. Not that you can't invest as a person working a job. Many of you working these $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month jobs. The first thing you should do is F the nice car, go get investments. The investments will set you free. There's a lot of my friends, and they're white and Asian, I'll just be honest, who are done. Like, they're 32, 35, and they're like, you know what, I've been an engineer all these years. I've been just stacking all this money. I'm gonna just take a year off work. Got an actual Indian guy at our church who's like, I'm taking a year off work to travel. What, you know, what kind of craziness is that? What kind, I mean, right? But that's when you make so much money and you put so much money away, you can make decisions like that. You can do stuff like that. So, let me see what that says. Caleb, I really don't do website reviews. I mean, there's several people we can recommend to do website reviews, but I really don't. But overall, how do you go? How do you get from hustle to the full-time business? You got to be able to tell me what you do all day. If your leg is broke and you're in the hospital, can someone go in your office and tell me what you're invested in? Can they tell me what to do? Can they go, damn, Erica's in the hospital, she broke her leg. Here's step 1, I'm gonna go in here and answer the phone. Step 2, I'm gonna check my fax machine. Step 3, I'm gonna go check the emails. Here's the passwords to the emails. Step 4, I'm gonna return these phone calls. Step 5, okay, where are the painters at today? What are they doing? Step 6, where is 9,000 other things that I got going on doing? And people want passive income, but they don't want to take massive action to get it. And that just doesn't work. That just doesn't work. And a lot of you are living like you're gonna live twice. I am in my hometown, which is a military town, visiting my mom, and I'm driving around town. There's a bunch of guys in their mid-40s with these souped up cars, and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to be able to have life insurance. You got to be able to have other investments, because the car's nice, but you know, what's up? That's crazy to me. So I'm gonna check out for some of you guys' answers. But again, how do you get that passive income? It's got to be something where you're not there, where you're not the person having to turn the wheel. Tax liens do that. House rentals do that. Dividends do that. Note investing does that. A service business where you're not doing the service, you're sending the clients out to do it, or you're sending subcontractors out to do that. That truck information that I'm going to hop on and let you guys, you know, I'm not going to tell you guys everything they have in their course, but I'm going to let you know that I'm going to actually try it. You know, like, there's several videos I put up where I'm like, I actually sit at the computer, sign onto a program, and put $25 or $100 into it to see how hard it was or how difficult the sign-up process was, to be able to tell you about it. You know, I'm not just putting stuff in the Smartphone Millionaire book like I'm not doing it. I'm actually doing these things because that's where the money is. That's where the power is, to look up and go, yeah, I put $100 over there and now it's paying me 12% interest. Cool. Now I put 100 over here, it gave me 12% interest. Cool. And you just keep that on repeat. That's where the power is. So let me see some of your comments real quick, because I'm gonna run out. Let's see. Let me see. Python Don said he created a true lean startup. He hustled with the profits, created the processes, and bought the materials. Now I have everything I need to make money consistency. All right, there you go. Lady More Natural, pass my notary. Listen, that's awesome. That gives you so much power. Notary, you can go notarize things, give people fingerprints if you need to. You can also notarize mortgage closings. Get on SnapDocs. There's several other ways to bring money to you that include AdWords, marketing your business. Check Dre's website for that, though. All right, cool, Python Don. What? Like Stock 101? I have so many videos on that. It's super easy. I Am Queen. I definitely would recommend a few other people who will actually walk you through like an E-Trade video. I'm with E-Trade. They can be with American Trade. They can be with whoever. But literally, you can go on Robinhood app on your phone and buy a stock. For now, I would say go on dividend.com and find out some information about dividends. Start yourself there. Just educate yourself there. But it's really not that hard. I Am Queen. Digital B, all this is in the book. Yes, it is. Lady Moore, I am a loan signer as well. Great. Michael Muse, great information. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, just being really honest, I've had people leave so many negative comments, come back, watch 10 videos later, and they're leaving positive comments like I don't see them. Like I didn't see them insult me a few videos ago. And I just thought that was funny today because I'm like, yeah, let me check my Adsense. You know what I mean? Like I don't even care anymore because it's just funny to me. But again, AdWords, AdSense. AdWords is where you put your ads up. AdSense is where you're checking your AdSense. And what's funny is when I go on there at the end of the month, I see, okay, I got this check coming from YouTube on the 22nd. I've got this check coming from Amazon on the 27th. I mean, it's just like you just start stacking the income. You just do. And that last video I did, what cracks me up about doing that last video is I literally showed you how 2 of my friends have a bunch of adult coloring books on Amazon. And they make money. Their check is probably 4 times bigger than my check on Amazon monthly. And it's like, it's funny, I give a lot of information away on this channel, but I know some people won't do it. I know some people won't complete it. So I'm not worried about, one of my friends say I give too much information away, and I'm like, a lot of people just won't do it. They won't do it. They'll rather just read about it or hear about it, but they won't take action. So that's the thing that blows my mind. Key, my goal is to be a accredited investor when it's all said and done. This is very true. Listen, an accredited investor is somebody with $1 million in assets or someone who husband and wife made $250 last year. The reason why you have engineer couples who jump up and they're accredited investors is because that's the money. They're together. They're married. Powerhouses. The top 20% in America right now are married individuals who attend church weekly or some type of religion function once a week. Could be Jewish, could be Muslim. And they're called, simply we would call them yuppies. We'd consider them yuppies. That's what we would consider them. And what's funny is I go to a church where a lot of people there are like, I work so daggone hard. I'm a hard worker. But they're like in the top 10% of America. And I'm looking around going, yeah, y'all make a lot of money. So the struggle cry you're doing right now, I just don't believe it. What's up, Wire Coaching? Python Don said niches are where it's at. Yes, Python Don, that is true. Blogs, courses, Amazon sales, go with what you know and use your hobby. That's very true. I'm a black man in an exotic animal field and nobody knows. Okay, well, you know, that's interesting. I wonder where that's going down the rabbit hole. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing where I meet guys who, to me, they know more about sports than people I see on ESPN. But yet they're at bars talking about it. They're at their work talking about driving everybody crazy. And at the end of the day, like, you start a podcast. Just talk about that. Sell 1 or 2 shirts with some cool, nifty stuff on the shirt. You know, make it win for you. Make a win for you. Everything you do doesn't have to kick out the gate making $10,000. But having things stack up and add up, that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So look, I just wanted to do this video, and a lot of people always are like, oh, you know, you're just hustling, you're just working from home, that's not cool. And I'm like, dude, like that's where the power is. You hustle up and change it to a full-time business if you can. Not everything you do will be a full-time business. You know, some people cut hair on the weekends, some people do hair on the weekends. They don't want to do that full-time. But owning a barbershop or owning a hair salon where you rent all the booths out, that's powerful. You know what I mean? So having a truck, a semi-truck where you don't drive the truck, you've never been certified to drive the truck, but you put that surety bond on it and you get them out there on the road, that's powerful. That's a business. That doesn't require your presence. The thing is, people want to stunt instead of actually learn something or pretend they know everything, which kills the momentum of you learning. I don't know everything. My name is Erica Williams and I raise my hand and I don't know everything. Right? And how do I make myself more powerful? By buying courses and taking action. Everything I'm showing you in a lot of these videos is I bought it from a course, I took the action, and now it's just a stream coming up on my and there's a lot of friends I have who are like, man, I for a while there, Eric, I thought you should probably go get a job, but now they can look at my they can look at my taxes and go, They can look at my K form and go, Okay, it doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen. You just have to be a little bit patient and you have to have some focus. So again, the quick lick, the quick lick is cracking me up because right now I'm with an investment group, Todd Capital, and we're in Detroit, investing in Detroit, but a lot of people in Detroit running around with fancy cars and no real estate. When the houses are being sold for $1,000, $3,000, and you can invest to put repairs in it for about $5 to $10 grand and be renting the house out for $700. Now people, as soon as I say that, oh, you want me to use like 12 grand of my money and I'm only gonna get $700 back every month? Yeah, you're gonna get $700 forever. because a lot of people don't move. They stay in the same neighborhoods, in the same rental properties for 20, 30 years. I've told you guys the story about when I was in Alabama after the tornado and hit Pell City. And all these people were driving around and we couldn't understand, why were they driving around? Come to find out, these were the people who owned the houses that were now reduced to nothing. And they were getting big fat insurance checks. And the people who lived there, they just got to move. That's all they got. They got their life and the clothes on their back and got to move. Do not be in that position. Own or be owned. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with hustling up your money. There's nothing wrong with being a yard mechanic. There's nothing wrong with being all these things. But again, you know, you gotta really you gotta really pay attention, and you gotta see the power, whether it's the recession that's coming or anything else, is in ownership and having things that pay you regardless. If you get fired tomorrow, they go, hey, you know, bombs over Baghdad, you gotta go tomorrow. You gotta go. You done, you fired. What happens? Many people don't have AFLAC, they don't have supplemental insurance, they don't have workman's comp. They're gonna go file for unemployment. That's not a win. That's not a win. When my friend worked for AFLAC, I realized the power of AFLAC. Had a friend lose her job, get $30,000. She was a high income earner, but the point is, don't be in a position where you're not turning it into a full-time position or a full-time opportunity for yourself. Or don't create something that's always going to require your presence, because you'll never get free of it. If it always requires your presence, then you'll never free. It's a job. Tax liens, notes buying. And in the book, we talk about what are notes. Okay, note buying, side businesses, things that can put money in your pocket but don't necessarily need your full-time attention. That's your goal. So everybody, this is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. You guys have been wonderful. You've been great. This is the cool pool hair. I got out of the pool. My hair's like... So anyway, you guys, have a great day. Your girl's gonna go chill. Later.